Now to Crane.
And Crickler was one of the strongest kids on that team.
Chase Conrad.
And here we go for game 2 between Crane and Gainesville. This is a special game for one of the coaches for Crane, for Gainesville. That's assistant coach Jacob Smith, as he is a former Crane Pirate and a former player of you, Coach John T. Martin.
He is, yeah. That's one thing I talked to Coach Harmon about being today. He said, Coach Harmon said, now one thing I can tell you about Jacob Smith is that I taught him how to take a good butt chewing. Now, we'll see if that turns around today and see if Jacob Smith can give a good butt chewing.
Good things start for Gainesville.
As we start off this game,
leading off, number 25, Tanner Jennings.
Tanner Jennings for these Gainesville Bulldogs. And the Gainesville Bulldogs coming into this game 0-1. Same as Crane coming into this game at 0-1. So, battle of the winless teams. Who's going to get... So one team will come out 1-1. Who's that going to be?
That's right. Something's got to give here, and one of these teams are going to walk out today with a win.
First pitch to Jennings is going to be a strike at 0-1. So very strong start for these Gainesville, or for these Crane Pirates. If we see assistant coach Jacob Smith in the squatting kind of in that center fielder's position there at the first base coaching box.
2 quick strikes for Chase Conrad.
0-2 the count. Here's a pitch to Conrad. Upstairs and look out there.
Conrad posted a 3.32 ERA in the fall. He was 3-2 on the fall season.
Pirates will be looking to rebound back after that 11-6 loss against Reed Spring. And tell us about your thoughts about that first game between Crane and Reed Spring.
The biggest thing for the Pirates in the first game is they were able to battle back. They were down 11-2 going into the top of the 7th. Reed Spring almost was able to close that out at the bottom of the 6th. But Crane made it to the top of the 7th, and they were able to score. They were able to score some runs there. I believe they were able to score 4 runs, and then make the game a little bit more respectable at 11-6.
Upstairs, and Jennings draws the walk. So
now coming to the plate, shortstop,
a little bit
number
slow
10,
for
Will Uchman.
A little bit slow there for Chase Conrad, as that's going to bring up Will Uchman. And what have you seen for Uchman?
I didn't know stats for Uchman in the preview, but I did. His name was mentioned, so he is a player they were looking to come back and do something for him this spring. Number 10, he's a tall drink of water here in the right-handed box.
Definitely a tall drink of water he is, as Will Uchman. And if I was to recall, he is a senior for these Gainesville Bulldogs. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe that's right.
1 ball, 1 strike there on Will Uchman. And a pleasant, good Saturday afternoon to you guys. My name is Adam Smith, alongside assistant coach for the Galena Bears, Coach John Z. Martin, joining you guys for today's game between Gainesville and Crane. Gainesville in the Summit Conference, and for Gainesville in that Summit Conference, that is a loaded conference. Ball goes foul, and look out over to the bleachers along the first base side of this ballpark here at Reed Spring. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and with Coach Harmon competing against a former player, is it going to be set in stone for him, or is it going to be just pound the strike zone when you're on defense, and just give it to him when you're on offense?
Yeah, I would say that's what they're going to want to do. Chase Conrad, he's had a little trouble here. He went 0-2 on that first hitter, and then 4 straight balls, and we have a base runner. Uchman, he was 1-2. Now he worked it to a 2-2 count.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Here's a pitch swung on and slapped. That's going to be the outfield for a base hit. And we have runners at first and second base for these Gainesville Bulldogs against the Crane Pirates.
Now at the plate,
Uchman is
catcher
a junior.
number 9.
Uchman's a
Jackson
junior.
Britt.
I'll bring up Jackson Britt, the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. Harmon calls time, throws the ball to Darren Terrell. Or pardon me, to Isaac Robinson. Correction, if you were to kind of compare Isaac Robinson to any MLB catcher, who would you compare him to?
He's pretty solid behind the plate. I mean, just trying to make sure that he doesn't make any mistakes. That's a bunt for a base hit right there.
Bunt for a base hit, and we got runners at the corner, or runners on the bases. Bases are loaded for these Gainesville Bulldogs here in the top half of inning number
Now stepping
1.
in, pitcher number
A little bit
32,
slow for these
Jake
Pirates,
Leaker.
but if you're Crane, then you just got to give them time, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, they need to get out of this inning right here. If they could get out of this inning without allowing a run, that would be probably the best situation you could hope for. But with bases loaded, no outs, that's not likely at this point.
Bases loaded, nobody out. This is a winless Gainesville team. Swung on and skied. Who's got it? That was and with what it looks like, it looks like it was caught for a first out.
Yeah, that's a sacrifice fly to
Sacrifice
center
fly,
for
so-
Jake Leaker.
Now batting, third
Jake
baseman,
Leakner.
number
That was
35,
caught by,
Bryce Hamilton.
we believe it was caught by
It was caught by Isaiah Smith.
Isaiah Smith out there in center. So only one out, but one run as Gainesville's on the board. 1-0 Gainesville against Crane. I can tell you this game is special.
It is for both sides. I know that Coach Harmon's looked forward to playing this game and seeing Jake out there. Of course, he wants to beat him.
Yes, he does. And also, Jacob wants to beat his high school coach again
Sure.
here as well.
A lot of emotions on both sides, I'm sure.
1-0 the count, one out. Swung on, and that will go foul. Tell them to reset those outfielders. Pirates and the Bulldogs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the top half of inning number 1, it's 1-0 Gainesville. Once again, these Gainesville Bulldogs are coached by Nate Jones and assisted by Jacob Smith. Jacob Smith, a former Crane Pirate, and also these two are former Crusaders from Evangel. 1 ball, 1 strike. Upstairs, throws it. Ball shoots away, but the runner does not. Now the runner will advance, as they had a problem as they tried to dig the ball out. Very sloppy for Crane today against Gainesville. I don't know if it's jittery. I don't know if it's a lot of nerves from the last game or what is it. But the Pirates have come out sloppy today.
They have got a couple errors there, and that's what allowed the second run across the plate.
Here's the pitch. Up inside now, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike from Chase Conrad. Chase Conrad, a little guy there on the base paths. And like we said before, in most recent games in the fall, he digs it out. Here comes a throw into a rundown. They're going to throw to third, and he is safe. Harmon might come out to protest, but it was a good execution there by the
Now stepping in,
good execution there by Darren
right fielder
Terrell.
number 15, Ben
Yeah, he ran
Pointer.
him
It
back.
just wasn't the umpire, but the umpire didn't help us out.
Well, I tell you what, I think the Gainesville Bulldogs here have taken advantage of our third baseman there, Wyatt Howard, in his first action of the season. He did not play in the first game.
Swing and a miss now. 1 ball, or no balls and 1 strike on Landry.
Ben Pointer.
on Ben Pointer. Here's the pitch to Pointer. Swung on, golfed. That's going to be into the outfield. That's going to be caught and scratch it to fly out. Coach Smith there at the first base coaching box gives Pointer the fist bump after that pop out.
Courtesy run for Gainesville, number 2, Diamond Veneprin.
Diamond Genepern will be the courtesy runner now for Gainesville. against Crane.
Landry Jenkins at the plate.
Landry Jenkins, the man at the dish. He'll be the final hope in the first inning. Swung on and missed at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out on Jenkins. Swing and a roller. Stopped! He had to run through it. And a good play. Good play by the Crane defense. And that will end the top half of inning number 1. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. Looks like it's Crane coming up to the bat. It is 2-0 Gainesville over Crane. Welcome back here to Reed Spring High School as we kick off the bottom half of inning number 1. Crane and Gainesville, Isaiah Smith, the man to greet Leaker on the mound. First pitch to him is going to be a ball at 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes. And what's going to be the scouting report? What's Coach Harmon going to be looking for his team? Is that one's going to be whacked hard into right field for a base hit. So what is Coach Harmon going to be telling his players in this game against Gainesville?
He wants to score early and often here.
Chase
Try
Conrad.
to get on the board this inning and they take the lead even here in the first.
Chase Conrad, the batter for these Crane Pirates. And this is a guy Gainesville does not want to get on base. Because once he gets on base, he has a huge headache. Inside, upstairs and inside on Chase Conrad. Got to look out there.
Yeah.
1 ball and no strike. 1 ball, no strikes there on Conrad. Isaiah Smith, the man on first, swing and a miss. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Mr. Conrad. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And they're going to throw down, but they will not get Isaiah Smith. As we looked, we probably had a score update coming from the Class Class 4 state girls third place game. Is that correct?
That's right. At the end of the third quarter, Logan Rogersville, the Lady Wildcats are beating the Miller Career Academy. I believe they're the I can't remember exactly what their mascot is, but they're beating them 33-23 at the end of the third quarter. Macy McHenry with a game high 13 points and 8 rebounds.
Not bad for those Lady Wildcats as they are playing in the Class 4 state tournament in the third place game as Conrad will swing and ground out. But he will move Isaiah Smith to
Now at the plate.
third, so good job by
Number
Chase
16.
Conrad.
Yeah,
Quick.
move the runner over, got some contact. He's been struggling so far today. I expect to see him break out here in the few innings to come, and watch him on the base paths.
It's still early here in this game between Crane and Gainesville as Heath Quick is the batter. Heath Quick had a good game in the first game, didn't he?
He did. I believe he had 3 hits. He's looking to add to that here as he faces Jake Leaker.
Pitch from Leaker upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And what I've seen from Leaker is he's throwing a lot of pitches upstairs, like he's got to keep the ball down.
He does. And the Pirates are hoping that he leaves up there because that's where they like to hit it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Only 1 out here in the top half of inning number 1. Pirates still a little bit wary after that game against Reed Spring after they were pounded by Reed Spring, but they did manage to put up a good fight against Reed Spring.
They did. I'm sure they're wanting to bounce back here. So a little bit of pressure. They're down 2-0 to start out here in the first inning, but they have a runner on third and try to put some runs on the scoreboard.
The 3-1 pitch swung on, and that's going to be roped, gobbled up by the second baseman onto first. And that's going to be out number 2 as the first run comes across the plate. It's 1-0. It's 2-1 Crane or Gainesville, pardon me.
Number 23, Nick Brandon.
That's right. They'll take that out. Heath hit it hard, right to the second baseman. Now you got Nick Brandon. He's looking to restart things, get on base, and see if they can't keep the line moving.
Definitely keep that line moving. Here's the pitch to Brandon. Ball shoots away, but there's nobody on base. So no worry. So you don't have to worry about runners getting their lead, and there's nobody on base. Nick Brandon, the batter, he started the last game, and from what we've seen, he had a pretty sharp performance today. Swung on, and that's going to be dug up into the outfield for a base hit. So a little bit of a 2-out rally to put up Nick Brandon, and that's going to step in Darren Terrell.
Now at the plate, shortstop, number 28, Darren Terrell.
Darren Terrell, the batter, he is playing shortstop today for these Pirates.
He is. Got a break from behind the plate. He's moving to shortstop and had a great play here in the first inning to
Yes, he did.
get the Bulldogs and bring his buddies up to bat here.
Totally bring his buddies up to bat between Crane and Gainesville. Once again, this is a special game between Crane and Gainesville as it's Coach Harmon facing a former player of his for the first time in his career. And that's always special, isn't it?
It is special. I remember I coached junior high, of course, last spring against Coach Harmon. Well, he was there, technically Colton Vaught, but that was always fun to coach him because he was one of my players. And we were able to beat them in the spring last year in junior high. And then I was assistant for Galena beating the Crane Pirates in the fall.
Yes, that was. And that was streamed live.
You might say I have my number over these
Yes, you
Crane
have.
Pirates right here.
Yeah, I've had your number against Crane. As Terrell goes down swinging, but the damage has been done. We're going to the top of the second inning. 2-1, Gainesville over Crane.
second baseman, number 1, Gavin Robotham.
We're back here from Reed Spring High School here at Bulldog Park, or Bulldog Field, whatever you call it, or Wolf Field, pardon me, Wolf Field, here at the campus of Reed Spring High School. It's Gainesville against Crane. And the batter for the Gainesville Bulldogs is going to be Gavin Robotham. It's the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. And I've seen these Bulldogs play in the Seymour tournament. They played Blue Eye and they played Seymour. And they played Wablo, we believe. Wablo in that Seymour tournament last fall. The 0-2 upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And those first two, in this at bat, Conrad has went quickly to 0-2. Now he's at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. Little floater. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Struggling to put batters away here earlier. He just needs to go for the kill whenever he has them down 0-2.
Go for the kill, and kind of tell us what that means to go for the kill when you're on the mound.
You don't want to, especially you see whenever he had him down 0-2 and then they bounced
swung on
back.
and missed, and down goes Robotham. And that will bring up now the new batter that is going to be
left fielder, number 3,
Cody
Donley.
Donley now the new batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. Bulldogs representing the Summit Conference, and for Gainesville to win out that Summit Conference, is that going to be a big test, or is it going to be easy going?
I think it's going to be a tough contest for them. Summit Conference has some good baseball teams over there, and I expect that they will compete for sure. Again,
swung on missed there on Donley.
2 quick strikes again for Conrad. Let's see if he can put them away here.
And back to what we were saying about that Summit Conference for Gainesville to compete in, it's going to be a tough conference because you got Mansfield, you got Seymour, you got Morrisville there, you see early, Conway. That is a loaded conference.
It is.
Now coming to the plate, number 25, Tanner Jennings.
It's going to bring up Tanner Jennings now, the batter. And everybody there in the Summit Conference is everybody out east, and then you got Morrisville, who's north of Springfield. So it's everybody east and south and east of Springfield.
That's right. Morrisville was kicked out of the Polk County Conference. They have since they've had better luck with their fans and everything, I think, since they left. But they joined the Summit Conference, and it is a distance for them for all games almost. They have travel no matter what way you look at it. But I tell you, they have a good team this spring. I look for them being in the mix for a district championship and even moving farther on into state.
That would be a very good team to look for is Morrisville. And when we saw them last fall, they were pounding the baseball. They would just pound their opponents. They pounded your team at Galena. They pounded Conway in that Crane tournament. They
sure
pounded
did.
Crane at the beginning of the fall season last year.
They have a lot of firepower in that lineup.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top half of inning number 2. Good job by Chase Conrad to hold the Bulldogs in check. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Donley.
Tanner Jennings.
Tanner Jennings, pardon me.
He walked last time too. Let's hope that Chase Conrad here can
Full count
get a
there
ball
on,
over for a strike and see if we can't get this guy out.
on Tanner Jennings. The 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to bring Jennings down to a knee. And we are now going to the bottom of the second inning. Time for those Pirates to take the lead. It is 2-1 Gainesville. Welcome back to Reed Spring High School. We got another score update to tell you about from Class 4 girls third place game. Is we believe that's going to be at Hammond Student Center. Is that correct?
I think that's where they're playing the third place games. I'm not for sure certain, but I have Logan Rogersville Lady Wildcats, and they were able to take down the Miller Career Academy team by a score of 54-33.
54-33. And is that it for the basketball season?
That is for the Logan Rogersville Lady Wildcats. I do believe that we still have the men Wildcats to play.
I thought they played earlier.
Maybe they did. Maybe I'm...
Isaac Robinson, the batter for these Pirates, as he is the catcher for these Pirates against Gainesville. 3-0 count on Mr. Robinson. 3-0. And Robinson will watch one go, and we'll just watch ball 4 come to him as he will be walked on 4 straight pitches.
Yeah, you are right about that. I apologize.
Now batting
so the
center
Reed
field,
Spring
number
ladies
24,
are playing right
Corey
now,
Essery.
and they were ahead, I believe. Yeah, they led at halftime, 24-22. But I'd say they're farther along in that game now than what I'm seeing. So we'll try to get an update and get it to you as soon as possible.
Coy Essery, the batter for these Pirates, as he's behind at 0-1. And with Leaker, after he threw those 4 straight pitches to walk Robinson. What do you think Coach Jones and Coach Smith are going to be saying to Leaker?
And they probably want him to throw strikes, make sure they keep the Pirates off the bases by giving free passes. But these hitters are tough, so he probably wants them to hit spots and see if he can't
Nothing
get some
in
guys
one,
out.
and we cannot see the umpire's signal. But what it looks like is he's in there safely.
So stolen base for Isaac Robinson.
That's Coy Essery, pardon me. Isaac Robinson. Isaac Robinson who stole a base. Coy Essery at the plate. He takes a lead. Strike, and down goes Essery. Looked like, and Essery thought that one was going to be a ball.
Yeah,
Now
had a
batting,
little bit
second
of
baseman,
a loop on it.
Zane Compton.
Fooled him.
One away here in the top half of inning number 2, swing and a miss from Zane Compton. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Has been recorded here from Reed Spring High School. It's Reed Spring and Gainesville, Crane and Gainesville. Reed Spring and Gainesville will come up. That will be the final game for today. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here from Reed Spring High School. It's Crane and Gainesville. Compton is your man at the dish. Here's the pitch. Inside. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count there on Zane Compton. He is the second baseman tonight. And what has he done in the last game against Reed Spring?
Well, Zane's a tough out. I believe he had a base hit in the last game. I'll verify that in just 1 second.
2-2 the count there on Zane Compton.
Zane Compton did have a base hit in that 7th inning where they scored some runs.
2-2. Another good outside corner as Leaker was able to paint the corner.
Now coming to the plate.
And Compton will be down on
baseman, number
strikes.
33, Seth
And that's going to bring up Seth Steele. And that bottom of the order, they're going to have to be waking up. They're going to have to wake up in this game. That first pitch to Steele is going to be a strike at 0-1.
This umpire's shown that he's going to call the outside corner. They're going to have to swing at it.
Definitely loves that outside corner. And that's one thing about it is you can't fall in love with the outside corner. You just got to call the game correctly. Another pitch, strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes there on Seth Steele. Looking to extend the inning to Isaiah Smith. The 0-2. Ball shoots away. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes there on Mr. Steele. And what have you seen in the last game from Seth Steele?
Seth had 3 walks. He came in. He was being DH'd for, but entered the game to hit for himself, and had 3 walks to score
Swung
a couple
on and
runs
missed,
for the
and down goes Steele,
Pirates.
and nothing much for those Pirates. We're going now to the top of the 3rd inning. It is 2-1 Gainesville over Crane. Top of the third inning kicking off here from Green Spring High School here in Green Spring, Missouri. Adam Smith, Johnsy Martin joining you for some Saturday high school baseball.
Beautiful day for baseball, Adam. Got the Crane Pirates here against the Gainesville Bulldogs.
First pitch is going to be bunted. And the speed of,
I believe that was Will Uchman.
So the speed's going to bail Uchman out of an
Now
out.
coming to the plate, catcher number 9, Jackson Britt.
Going to bring up Jackson Britt. And we've got a couple updates to tell you about in the Grapefruit League. And what are those updates?
The Cardinals, they were down 5-1, but had back-to-back solo homers from Nolan Gorman and also Randy Arozarena, and they now have cut that lead to 5-3, and they're in the top of the 7th, still batting.
Top of the 7th, still batting there in, we believe, Palm Beach. They're in spring training. That's the spring training home of the Washington Nationals, also the spring training home of the Houston Astros. And this Cardinals team, they're going to be playing the American League West. And one thing that's going to be coming to mind is the Angels are going to be in St. Louis this summer. And you know what that means. Albert Pujols is going to be back in town.
Albert Pujols comes home to St. Louis. Sure would like to see it in the white and red with the birds on the bat, but it'll be nice to see him in St. Louis.
And with you look at it from St. Louis, do you think the Cardinal faithful will give him a standing ovation when he comes up to the plate?
I do believe so. He did a lot for the community, did a lot for the city, and
swung on, and that's going to be dropped in for a base hit. And that top of the order for Gainesville has been deadly in this inning. Pirates are going to have to shut them down.
Now batting,
Two
number
balls,
32,
one.
Jake Leaker.
2-1 Gainesville. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled back towards us. Strike one. But the Pirates have kept the Gainesville Bulldogs close, haven't they?
they have. Got Jake Leaker here. He flew out to the center fielder in the first inning. Did get a sacrifice RBI on that.
Good pitch there by Chase Conrad and good block by Isaac Robinson. And you can tell Isaac Robinson has learned from Darren Terrell from watching him behind the dish, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's to have two catchers with the skill of Terrell and Robinson is something that most high school coaches would love to have.
2 balls and 1 strike on Leaker. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. As that ball was high and outside. And you could tell that umpire was flirting with that outside part of the plate, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or was it the inside?
Outside for right-handers, inside for left.
Now stepping in is
They'll
number
draw a
35,
walk to
Bryce
Leaker.
Hambleton.
Bring up Bryce Hambleton. Pirates are going to have to keep these Bulldogs off the base paths. And these Bulldogs are hungry for that first win. So are the Crane Pirates as well.
They are, for sure. Hamilton hit a scorcher to the shortstop first inning.
First pitch is a strike at 0-1. They're on the outside corner. First pitch will be a ball at 1-0. Or next pitch was ball 1-0, 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 ball, 1 strike, as they're going to be resetting the scoreboard. Good block there by Isaac Robinson. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here in the top half of inning number 3. The 2-1 pitch, just outside now. 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike, nobody out. And this is something that the Pirates need to work on. They need to shut down the top of the order. Swung on and skied all the way to the fence and caught by Heath Quick. Another run will come across the plate. It's now 3-1 Gainesville. So the Pirates are going to have to. They're going to get more scrappy.
Now at the plate for the Bulldogs. Number 15.
But we don't know if the later stages of the game between Gainesville and what happens against Gainesville. But it's still early for Crane to chirp back and bounce back, isn't it?
It is for sure. Just want to see them keep things to a minimum here. Maybe hold them to that 1 run. They have 1 out. Scoreboard is not showing that at this point.
1 away here in the top half of inning number 3. It's a pitch. Ball shoots away. Here comes the runner and out at the plate, and that was a run saver by the Pirates.
That was
to get the very good stop by the Crane Pirates defense to save a run from scoring.
Save a run, and most importantly, get that second out and hope to get yourself out of this inning here with only 1 run scored.
2 balls and no strikes on with only 1 away. Now two away in the top of the 3rd inning.
That's right. Ben Pointer at the plate.
And what has Pointer been doing so far today?
He flew out to the shortstop so far today, but he hit over 300 in the fall. One of the leading pitchers for the Gainesville Bulldogs.
Pirates looking to get to 500. Look to get to 500 at the first day of the season, and that's one thing to leave. They want to leave Reed Spring is to leave Reed Spring at 500.
Right. You never want to go down 0-2 whenever you start your season.
Swung on and foul ball saves. That's going to save a base hit from Gainesville. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on Ben Pointer. And with him hitting at 300, that is potent, isn't it?
It is. I believe 323 was his fall average. 0 for 1 today.
Final score to tell you about from the NAIA in the Heart of America Conference. The Evangel Crusaders lost to the Central Methodist by a score of 12-2. But we don't know about Evangel. What have you seen from Evangel?
I really don't have time to keep track of most of the local college teams.
Gobbled up on to first, but safe as he was able to beat the throw. Good throw there by
stepping in for the Bulldogs.
By Darren
7,
Terrell there at
Andrew
shortstop.
Jenkins.
But the runner just beat out the throw. So we got runners at first and third with 1 out. Or correction, with 2 outs, pardon me.
Yes, 2 outs.
Scoreboard should be saying it's 2 outs between Crane and Gainesville. First pitch. Ball, says the home plate umpire. Chase Conrad, that man at the dish, or pardon me, that man on the bump today for these Pirates. He'll jackknife out of the way, another ball, 2-0. But it says that the time is coming for these Pirates.
I would say so. We have a lot of game here left.
Swung on and dribbled. That's going to be foul, says the home plate umpire. 2 balls and no strikes, 1 away. Or now 2 balls and 1 strike. Should be 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. 3-1 Gainesville. Here's a 2-1. Upstairs now 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike, 1 away. That 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And here comes the runner, and out at the plate. And the inning comes to a close for the Gainesville Bulldogs. And 2-run, not 1-run saver, but 2-run savers have been accredited for these Pirates. We're going out to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is a 3-1 Gainesville lead over Crane.
Crazy.
Welcome back to Reed Spring High School here in Reed Spring, Missouri in southern Stone County. Adam Smith, joined by John Z. Martin. Here's Isaiah Smith to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning. Good cut by Isaiah Smith, and it's going to go foul. No balls, 1 strike there on
Isaiah Smith.
Isaiah Smith from these Crane Pirates. No balls and 1 strike. 3-1 Gainesville. It's Isaiah Smith, who's had a base hit in his first plate appearance. Good eye there on Isaiah Smith. Looks like a strike called there on Isaiah Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1-1 upstairs now, 2 balls and 1 strike. This Gainesville defense has seemed to struggle with the top of the Crane order. Another pitch, 2 balls and 1 strike. Harmon calls time. Throws it to the catcher. Gives it to the home plate umpire. 2 balls and 1 strike on Isaiah Smith. And here's the pitch. Inside on Isaiah Smith now. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Called a strike.
Called strike there on Isaiah Smith. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball going into deep left center field, and it is out of here. Isaiah Smith, a little guy, has made it a 3-2 deficit for the Pirates as that ball was screamed out of here by Isaiah Smith. Good contact there by Isaiah Smith. Smith will be mobbed at the plate after that home run. kind of scouting on that home run there by Isaiah Smith.
Well, you know, I could
Now
tell
coming to the plate,
this basketball
number
season,
22,
seeing Isaac Smith,
Chase Conrad.
or Isaiah Smith, excuse me, that he had bulked up quite a bit, put on some weight to be more physical in the type of offense and defense that Coach Kevin Smith at Crane likes to run. So I think that's added to his power here for the baseball Pirates as he puts one over the right field fence to bring the Pirates within one, a 3-2 score. As now we have Mr. Chase Conrad,
speedy Chase Conrad at the dish for these Pirates. 3-2 our score between Crane and Gainesville. Here's the pitch upstairs and outside now. 3-ball, 3-0 there on Conrad. Nobody on base after that home run from Isaiah Smith, a solo blast. 3-2. I don't know if Coach Hart was saying that to the other coach from Gainesville or not, but
I think he was telling Conrad to step out and just take a little bit of time, refresh himself as he
swing on and fouled.
Might have been
towards
a little
us.
frustrated.
A little bit frustrated. I mean, he's not had that good of a. I mean, he's not had a bad day on the mound, but he's had a so-so day on the mound.
Yeah.
2-2. Strike 3 called on that outside part of the plate. And that's going to bring up now Heath Quick, the batter for these Pirates.
Now batting, number
With
16,
one
Heath
out
Quick.
away. Heath Quick, nothing much for Heath Quick from what we have seen.
Yeah, Heath Quick's had a great day today. He did make an out in the first inning as he hit the ball solidly to the second baseman, but he had 3 hits in the first game. He's looking to make this his 4th right here and keep this rally going, get on base, and see if he can't move things around.
1 ball, no strikes there on Heath Quick. 1 away. Here's the next pitch. Shoots down in the dirt and to the backstop. Now it's going to be 2 balls and no strikes there on Mr. Heath Quick. 2 balls and no strikes on Heath Quick. Good battle there good at bat for Heath Quick. Watches another one go upstairs, now 3-0. And as we now head into the bottom half of the 3rd inning, could you see a little bit of tiredness from Leaker's hand?
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling here to find the strike zone a little bit.
Upstairs, and Heath will be on base.
4 straight balls.
For 4 straight balls, and that's going to give Nick Brandon a chance to
Now coming to the plate, number 23, Nick Brandon.
give Nick Brandon a chance to bring home the tying run.
Yeah, Brandon singled in the first, and he'd like to, I believe he had a RBI on that single to score Isaiah Smith.
Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled. 0-1, no balls, 1 strike there on Nick Brandon. Nick Brandon, a senior, only one of 2 seniors on this Crane team, as the Pirates have lost a big key component of Bryson Brandstetter. Big guy, he was a big guy for these Pirates. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. Upstairs now 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike there on Nick Brandon. Nick Brandon, who started the first game for today. And what was your scouting report there on Nick Brandon from the first game today?
I thought he threw a pretty solid game. You know, gave up a few hits here and there, but the biggest thing was the defense didn't show up behind him.
Got him, and a little bit leaning there as Heath Quick is going to be picked off there at first. So that is one thing that a lot of base running coaches struggle is that you got to get back there.
Yeah, you have kind of a rally going. You don't want to kill it with something like that, but so he was being aggressive, trying to get a good jump, and might have been leaning towards second a little bit there. You wonder if he was going to go if the pitcher threw that ball home.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Swung on and golf foul towards the Pirates dugout. Look out there in that dugout.
Yeah.
And you could tell that if they could you see like an added screen to keep players or to keep the players safe from foul balls entering the dugout?
Yeah, we've been back and forth on that over years, and I remember when I was in school, we had a big tall fence.
Swung on and missed, and down goes Brandon for strike 3. And we're going out to the 4th inning. It is still 3-2 Gainesville over Crane. Here we are. Welcome back to Reed Spring High School as we kick off the top of the 4th inning between Crane and Gainesville. It's Landry Jenkins, the man to greet Chase Conrad. This Pirates team, a little bit slow today. I don't know if it's coming off that loss against Reed Spring or what.
Yeah, I heard Coach Harmon yell at the dugout a while ago and tell them to wake up. It appears that they've kind of gone into a lull here. Hopefully they can pick it up and keep things moving.
No balls and 1 strike now on, or pardon me, 1 ball, 1 strike on.
This is looks like Landry Jenkins.
Landry Jenkins, the batter, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And as we head into the middle stages of the game, Chase Conrad, he's now kept his, he's now gotten to keep, or beef up now on his pitching in now the middle stages of this ball game.
Yep.
1 ball, 2 strikes now on on Landry Jenkins. He bats from the right side. Here's that 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and down goes Jenkins.
Now stepping in, number 1, Gavin Robotham.
Gavin Robotham, the batter. 1 ball, or only 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Smooth sailing here in this 4th inning of play for Crane. First pitch is a swing and a miss at strike 1, 0-1 there on Robotham. Next pitch, 0-1 there from Chase Conrad. Chase Conrad, he's starting to now settle in.
Starting to settle in here. That's what the Pirates need. They need for him to settle in, give him some innings here, and
nothing in 2 now
keep him in this game.
On Robotham, the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. Next pitch, swung on and missed down. And down goes Robotham, 2 outs quickly for the
Now at the plate,
Crane
number 3,
Pirates
Cody
and
Donnelly.
Chase Conrad. Cody Donnelly now the final hope here in the 4th inning, top of the 4th inning. 2 away, so you think it's time for the Pirates? You think the Pirates are going to respond a lot more quicker and a lot faster on offense come the 4th inning?
Yeah, I expect the Pirates offense to really wake up here. I expect for them to put a crooked number up on the board in this inning.
Now define a crooked number that you're saying on the board.
Something other than 1 or 0.
0-1 the count there on
be the number 9 hitter
Donnelly.
Cody Donnelly.
As he'll swing and ground 1 on to first and out. And that's all she wrote for the top of the 4th inning. We're going down to the bottom of the 4th inning. Time for the Pirates to Wake those bats up. It is 3-2, Gainesville over Crane. Bottom of the fourth inning, kicking off here from Wolf Ballpark here at Reed Spring High School between the Gainesville Bulldogs and the Crane Pirates. Pirates are trailing the Bulldogs by a score of 3-2. Pirates are looking for their first lead of the season as they lead by a score of 3-2. Darren Terrell, the man at the dish. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball one, says the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes there on Darren Terrell. And what have you seen from this game and the last game from Darren Terrell?
He's hit a lot better than when I saw him in the fall. Fouled that one off his foot. That's got to hurt.
That does have to hurt, as he is going to walk it off, kind of shake it off. So he's done a lot better in the spring than he has in the fall.
It looks like so far he's really picked up his hitting. Has a base hit in this game.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking to add to that right here.
The 1-1 pitch to him. Swing and a miss now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And so this Pirates team is going to have to they're going to have to wake their bats up.
And need to get some runners
clock
on
is
base.
ticking.
It is.
There's a one ball, 2 strike pitch. Scoots away. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on the Pirates hitters. 2 balls and 2 strikes there on Mr. Darren Terrell. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. Swing, and that's going to be rifled. And it's going to be a ground out by Darren Terrell. It's going to bring up now Isaac Robinson. And what have we seen from the last plate appearance from Isaac Robinson?
Isaac walked in the second inning, so he got on base, stole second. So it'd be nice here for him to continue that, find his way on base, and see if the Pirates can't move him around, and even see if he can't plate him.
Definitely want to plate him. So he's got to move around. You got to get that. He does represent the tying run. With only 1 out, here's that pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire.
There's that outside corner again.
Definitely flirting with that outside corner is the umpire. 3 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's that pitch. Hits the catcher. And the catcher that is for Gainesville, that is
Jackson Britt.
Jackson Britt,
Did a good job of blocking
the man
out.
behind the dish. Here comes that next pitch to Isaac Robinson. Swung on, that's going to be chopped. Gonna beat the throw, and an error, and that's going to put Isaac Robinson there at the dish, on base, thanks to that error by the Gainesville Bulldogs. And that is something that is one thing that the Pirates were looking for all day today, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've needed to get a break, and they finally did. Let's see if Coy Esri can pile on here a little bit and move Isaac Robinson around the bases.
Shows a bunt, but the ball shoots away, and there goes Isaac Robinson. And he will stop at second base. Coy Esri, the batter for these Pirates. Pirates trailed the Bulldogs 3-2 in the top of the 4th inning. One ball, no strikes. Here's that 1-0 pitch. Strike,
Shows
says the
bunt
home
again.
plate umpire as he was showing bunt. Now, do you think Coach Harmon, do you think he would have Esria square up in this next pitch?
It's possible. He's shown bunt the first couple times.
1-2 swung on and ripped foul past Clay Stumpf. Would have given almost gave Clay Stumpf a new haircut over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out on Coy Esri. 3-2 our score between Gainesville and Crane. Gainesville has the advantage against Crane. It's a 1-2 pitch. Blocked in the dirt, but the ball will shoot away. And the tying run is 90 feet away, which we're not sure if it's 90 feet in high school baseball from third to home. If it is in high school baseball.
Yep, 90 feet.
90 feet away
90
is the
feet.
tying run. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes now on Coy Esri. Good at bat now for Esri.
Coy Esri's done a great job here of working this to a full count.
The 3-2 swung and chopped. Beats the throw, but they will not get him out at the plate, as it is going to be a tie ball game between these Pirates and the Bulldogs.
And great effort by
Now
Isaac
batting,
Robinson
number
making his way to
21,
third base so he can
Zane
score on
Compton.
that.
And nothing you can get mad at about Coy Esri, because he did his job, is to sacrifice it.
He sure did.
And that is one thing that Coach Harmon loves, is that he loves small ball.
He does. That's for sure one of his.
I'm sure. And with Coach Jones, that was not good execution for his defense.
Yeah, pitcher made a little bit of a
Swung, and that's going to be into the outfield for a base hit.
fly out to the right
But it'll be
fielder.
flied out, and that will end it. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. It is a 3-3 tie between Gainesville and Crane. Let's see if Crane can.
Who else?
Tanner Jennings to lead off the top half of inning number 5 between these Pirates and the Bulldogs. First pitch will float in for a strike at 0-1.
Tanner Jennings.
Tanner Jennings, the man. What's he done all day today in this game today?
He walked and struck out.
Walked and struck out, so nothing much going up for Mr. Jennings, but he has been on base, but he's 0 for 2 today. 1 ball, 1 strike there on Jennings. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, strike 2.
Got him to swing on that curveball right there.
Next pitch. Check swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes as the ball bounced off of Isaac Robinson. Maybe it was like a quarter of a swing. We don't know, but
Yeah, he held up for sure. It was a good pitch by Conrad.
2-2 to count on Tanner Jennings. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Mr. Jennings. 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 call, and down goes Jennings. And the infield will come in.
Now batting, number 10, Will Uchtman.
Will Uchtman now the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. And with Uchtman up to the plate, what's he done so far?
Uchtman's 2 for 2, has a bunt base hit. Line drive to left field. He's had a good day so far.
Has had a good day today so far. And do you think Coach Jones's words will be swing away for Uchtman?
I would say so, definitely. He's going to give him the green light to get on base however he needs to.
Swung on, and that's going to be rolled on to first. Safe as good throw there by Darren Terrell, but his throw is just a little bit tardy.
Now batting, number 9.
It's going to be
Jackson
Uchtman's
Britt.
third base hitter today. And he's got some wheels. He uses every bit of that length to stride out there and get down to first.
Only one out. They'll check on Uchtman there at first base. And he is the leadoff man.
I don't know. Jackson Britt is
Jackson
the
Britt
third
is
hitter.
the third hitter, so swung on, and that's going to be gobbled up, but it will not be the throw as it's 2 away here in the top of inning.
Stepping to the plate is number 32.
Number 5.
Jake Leaker.
Jake Leaker now the batter. He is the pitcher today for these Gainesville Bulldogs.
And he's walked once, and he's flied out to center field.
First pitch to him. It's going to be 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes there on Jake Leaker. Next pitch. Upstairs now 2-0. Looks like it could have been a strike to me.
Little upstairs, but pretty close.
2 balls and no strikes. 1 away. Here's that next pitch. Just outside. Now 2-0. 2 ball, or now 3-0, pardon me. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's that next pitch. Good pitch. Strike 1 from Chase Conrad. 3 balls and 1 strike on Mr. Conrad, so he is able to put a strike on the board. All inside now. He will draw the walk, and it's going to load the bases up for these Gainesville Bulldogs. Pirates have been able to tie this game, but they're still looking for their first lead of the season.
Now you got Bryce Hamilton coming to the plate. He has a fielder's choice to the shortstop, and he's flown out to left field, so they have a good chance to get him out here if Conrad will throw strikes and make him hit the ball.
Now, could you see a squeeze play coming up since the bases are loaded for these Gainesville Bulldogs?
Usually, coaches try to stay out of the squeeze play with bases loaded because all the catcher has to do is step on the plate to get the guy out. Always a shot because it is a force out at home. So
3 balls and no strikes there on big guy. That is
Bryce Hamilton.
Bryce Hamilton. Strike 1, says the home plate umpire. 3 balls and 1 strike on Hamilton. And what's Hamilton done so far in this game today?
He's out both times. And now he's walked in to go ahead
walk in to go ahead run. And do you think it'd be time, as we'll see now, Coach Brian Harmon now come out to the mound, if he's going to go calm Chase down, or what's he going to be saying to Chase?
Yeah, I think he's going to try to calm him down, see if he can't get another inning out of him here. Got a score update from just down the road here in Stone County. The Galena Bears played the Chadwick Cardinals, and they were able to take care of them in 3, a score of 18-0. 3 innings pitched for Wyatt Snelson. Luke Burke with 2 hits, Josh Gulick with 2 hits. And the Bears are off to a 2-0 start. They will take on the Bradleyville, the Bradleyville, what are they?
We believe the Indians.
Bradleyville Indians, later on today.
Bradleyville Indians will be taking on the Galena Bears up north in Galena, about 4 or 5 miles to our north. Is that correct?
I believe it's 6
miles to our north. in Galena. As we're going to see a new pitcher, that's going to be Isaiah Smith as they take out Chase
Pitcher
Conrad.
change for the Pirates.
And with Conrad, do you
Now
think that
on the mound is
wasn't
number 3,
his day today?
Isaiah Smith.
Yeah, he struggled finding the zone. Had a real good third inning, fourth inning, but couldn't make it out of the fifth here. As we're going to see Isaiah Smith in his pitching debut for the spring.
Still have not posted the go-ahead run on the scoreboard as the bases are jammed.
Isaiah logged 21 innings in the fall. Had a record of 4-1 with a 1.33 ERA.
Not a bad ERA for Isaiah Smith. And that's warmed up a little bit here down in Reed Spring, hasn't it?
It has. It feels really good. Just a great day for baseball. Clear
Yes,
skies.
Temperatures in the mid-50s.
Mid-50s. Lots of sun. That's what the game of summer's all about, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Lots of sunshine, warm weather, and baseball. Only one out here in the top half of inning number 5. And as that will wrap up the warm-up session for Isaiah Smith. We're going to see a new batter come up to the plate, and that batter is going to be
number 15, Ben Pointer.
It's going to be Ben Pointer. And what we've seen from this Gainesville,
number 15,
this Gainesville
Ben
top of the order,
Pointer.
they have been a tough out for these Pirates.
Yeah, when you look at the runs scored, in fact, the 4 runs, Will Uchman scored 3 of them.
Uchman scored 3. New pitcher Isaiah Smith's first pitch from him is going to be a swinging strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And with what we've seen from the game again with Marionville playing in that one, we believe Marionville won 15-5. We don't know the opponent that they played, but we do know that Marionville has won 15-5. Crane's still looking for their first win of the season. It's 3-3. It's a 3-3 tie. Swing and a miss. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The thing about the hitter is it's all about the timing.
It is.
All about the timing. And what do you think the timing is with these hitters for Gainesville? Swung on, it's going to be dribbled. Foul ball, says the home plate umpire. And that will keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, they changed speeds a little bit here because Isaiah Smith throws just a little bit harder than Conrad does. Conrad threw a lot of off speed today.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Got 1-2. Upstairs now, 2-2. As the count is going to be even from Isaiah Smith to Ben Pointer. Here from Reed Spring High School here in Reed Spring, Missouri. Here's a pitch. Swung and fouled back towards us. And it's still going to be at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Definitely need some big strikeouts if you're Isaiah Smith.
Yeah, he wants to keep these runs off the board that's on the bases right now. Still bases loaded. He'd love to get out of this with no more runs.
1-2, swung on, and that's going to be lofted. That's going to be foul ball. So that saves a run. That saves extra bases for Crane. And that's one thing that Crane does not want to have. They do not want to have extra bases.
Right, if that ball gets down in fair territory, you're probably looking at a 6-3 lead right now for the Gainesville Bulldogs. The way it stands, it's 4-3. Bases loaded. He calls that just a bit inside.
Just a bit inside. Isaiah Smith really wanted that pitch badly. Especially those Crane Pirates. They really wanted that pitch to be a strike 3 call. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and down goes Pointer. And the applause comes from the Crane side.
Landry Jenkins.
And that's going to bring up Landry Jenkins.
Now coming to the plate, number 7, Landry Jenkins.
Landry Jenkins, the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. The Pirates are the home team on the scoreboard. The Bulldogs are the away. Swung and foul tipped, strike 1. Back towards us, 2 away. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. And so now with its 2 outs, every run is going to be unearned.
That's right.
No balls, 1 strike. 4-3 Gainesville.
Well, now only after an error on that. So
Only after an error.
Yeah. Only after an error when there's 2 strikes.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's this 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Now strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now the Bulldogs are down to their last strike of the inning. And as we now look ahead into the bottom of the 5th inning, what are we going to be seeing for these Pirates?
We'll have Seth Steele and then the top of the lineup.
Seth Steele in that top of the lineup. So that top of the lineup has been deadly in that last half inning that the Pirates swung on, and that is going to be slapped, bobbled onto first, but they managed to get the out. They managed to get the out. 4-3 Gainesville as we're now headed to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Ooh, that was close.
What's that?
Going from pitcher to catcher. That's tough.
Leading off the
Welcome back to
bottom of the
Reed Spring
fifth,
High School.
the
The
Pirates.
pitch, as we just went
Number
from pitcher to
33,
catcher, the
Seth
new pitcher
Steele.
for the Gainesville Bulldogs is going to be Jackson Britt. New catcher for the Gainesville Bulldogs is
The pitcher, Jake Leeper.
Jake Leaker. So it's the pitcher has changed to the catcher, and the catcher's changed to the pitcher. First pitch to him upstairs, and almost got Seth Steele. So that's the danger zone for sure.
Yeah.
Got another score update to tell you about. This is not regarding the Cardinals or the Royals. It's the Yankees and Blue Jays, as the Yankees are pounding the Blue Jays by a score of 15-7.
Wow.
1 ball, 1 strike now on Seth Steele.
Those Yankees can score runs in bunches, can't they?
Yes, they can. And what are you going to be seeing from this Yankees team coming into the 2019 season?
I would say a lot of runs.
They do have some big power. You got Aaron Judge. You have Gleyber Torres, Gary Sanchez, Brett Gardner, who can make some noise. I mean, that's a loaded lineup for sure. Next pitch to Steele. 1 ball, 2 strikes there on
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Seth Steele.
The thing you worry about with the Yankees is that they just found out they're going to be missing their ace for a month in Severino.
Luis Severino's out. for a month, swinging a high fly ball. And that will go foul. That looked like it was going to be a home run to us. It wasn't a home run. It didn't scream out of the ballpark like Isaiah's did.
It was a towering foul ball down the right field line. Left field line, excuse me.
Left field line, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Steele, and now outside 3 balls and 2 strikes. Seth Steele was part of the Crane JV basketball team. And what have you seen so far from Seth Steele when you guys went to play Crane?
He was a good player for them inside. He could score, he could rebound.
Takes the walk is Seth Steele, and that's going to bring up Isaiah Smith.
Now batting,
Fourth
number
walk
3.
of the afternoon.
Isaiah Smith, who homered in his last plate appearance. It was a solo blast to right center field. Is he going to look for another home run?
I'd say he's looking to move Steele around on this, and whether that be by way of home run or by base hit, he's going to look for a
Upstairs
line
now
drive
on
right here.
Mr. Isaiah Smith. 1 ball, no strikes on Smith. But Coach Harmon just wants Isaiah to just put it in the outfield, can he?
That's right. He wants him to stay within himself here. And
1-0 swung on, and high fly ball, and it's going to go foul. Now the count's going to be even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Only no outs here in the bottom half of inning number 5. And if the Pirates can scratch on some runs, then we could see a 10-run rule in this game, could we?
good.
That's the good thing about baseball, is you don't know what you're going to see.
From inning to inning, it can change, definitely.
2 balls and 1 strike. Isaiah Smith, we believe, wore the same number that he did in basketball.
Yep.
It was number 3. 3.
Number 3 for all those 3-pointers.
Yes, and if you to recall the game between Walnut Grove and Crane back in December, Isaiah Smith, who broke the 3-point record.
Broke the 3-point record, and then unfortunately I remember the game that Bryson Brandstetter had against the Galena Bears, as he then re-broke the school record for 3-pointers.
Isaiah Smith will draw the walk.
Now batting, number 22.
He's going to bring up Chase Conrad, the speedster,
Chase Conrad.
as he went back to shortstop. And we're going to see a pitch. We could see a pitching change. We could see a mound visit for the Gainesville Bulldogs, as Nate Jones goes out to toss things over to Jackson Britt. What do you think he's going to be saying to Jackson Britt?
Probably settling down here. His first 2 runners are on. Came into the game, didn't pitch too bad, but he was able to. Steele was able to work a walk, and then now you have Isaiah Smith working a walk. So he's trying to settle him down, tell him to throw strikes, let his defense work, and do the job behind him.
Definitely do that job behind him, as he's still staying out there on the plate, at the mound. And it looked like he was talking to him very sternly. And I'm sure baseball players have had that stern talking to from coaches.
Oh, for sure. I know I had my share whenever I played, and I've probably given a few myself too as a coach. So. Here we got Chase Conrad looking to turn his day around. He has a strikeout and unassisted ground ball to the third baseman in the first inning here.
Shows bunt, but he jackknives. It's going to be a ball at 1-0. A strike at 0-1. So if it's going to be a strike, you don't want to bunt, don't you?
Yeah, he's trying to put it down there, just didn't quite get the bat on it. So sometimes this is the way you can jumpstart yourself if you're
0-1 pitch, jackknives, but it'll be a ball at 1-0 ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mr. Chase Conrad. His speed has taken a break in the first part of the game, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been on base to show it. So hopefully here, though, he can get himself on base or at least move these runners around.
1-1 pitch, as that pitch will be fouled above us. Chase Conrad still eager to get on base today, because he really wants to test his speed out today, hasn't he?
He does. He's looking to do that. Now he's in the 1 and 2 hole, and he's gonna have to swing away here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Coach Harmon urging him to hit something to left center.
1-2 upstairs, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Britt's not has not been in control of the strike zone today, hasn't he?
No, it looks like he's letting the ball sail on him a little bit, and everything seems to be a little high.
That's a sign that the Pirates swinging a high fly ball. Is that going to be caught? And there goes Seth Steele, and he will beat the throw. And good execution, bases running by the Pirates.
Great job, and that's a positive you can look at there for Chase Conrad, as he was able to move that runner over. Both runners over, actually.
Both runners, so runners at first and
Now stepping to the plate, number
second. The
16,
go-ahead run at
Quick.
second. The tying run is 90 feet away. And so this is a golden opportunity for Heath Quick to do some damage. He's done some damage today, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got our best hitter here at the plate. See what he can't do to give these Pirates the lead.
First pitch strike to Heath Quick. Give me a Heath bar, I say. That's Heath Quick, as he is going to look to maybe give the Pirates the lead. Here's a pitch, just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mr. Heath Quick. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 4-3 Gainesville in the 5th inning. The 1-1 pitch, outside corner. 2-2. 2 balls and 1 strike, pardon me, and 1 out. Just heard something from the Crane dugout, says go to the store, and that's a wild dugout, isn't it?
They are. They don't always understand what they're meaning, but
that makes the game of baseball fun, doesn't it?
It does.
3 balls and 1 strike now on Chase Conrad, or Heath Quick, pardon me.
Quick.
It's been a long day for me, hasn't it?
He's looking for a fastball right
3
here.
3 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 3-1 inside, and we got the bases full of Pirates now, ready for Nick Brandon to do some damage. Nick Brandon's going to be looking for that
Now
big
up to
base
bat,
hit to drive,
number
isn't
23,
he?
Nick
He is.
Brannon.
Nick Brandon has a hit in this game. Has a base hit to left field. Base hit to left field here would probably mean that the Pirates are going on top.
4-3 Gainesville. As here it is, swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike at 0-1. As he swung at it, a little bit tardy there at the plate. 0-1.
Looked like he might have been able to
Now
try to
1-1.
pull that instead of drive the ball up the middle, which is what the coaches here at Crane have been preaching over the preseason here, is hit the ball up the middle.
Hit the ball at the middle. Let's see what it does. Here's that 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball foul. As these Pirates are hunting for those pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Only 1 out has been recorded, so there's still plenty of time in this 5th inning.
Still time.
Next pitch, blocked in the dirt by the catcher of Leaker.
Great block there by Jake Leaker.
Great block by
Probably
Jake
saving a
Leaker.
run.
2 balls and 2 strikes, so it did save a run. Did save that tying run from. Definitely did save that tying run from coming to the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the 2-2 pitch. On its way, swinging a foul back behind to the screen. 2-2 the count.
It's a great job by Brandon to foul that pitch off. That wasn't one that he really wanted to hit, but he knew that he needed to get a piece of it to stay alive here.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Mr. Nick Brandon. Here's that 2-2 pitch. Swinging another foul towards the screen. 2-2.
Brandon hanging tough.
Brandon is hanging tough. And he is very desperate to maybe take the lead for these Pirates.
He's wanting to do a job right here. He's a senior.
The 2-2. Strike 3, and that's going to be a rally killer as Brandon's down on strikes. That will bring up Darren
Now
Terrell
batting, number 28,
to do the
Darren
job.
Terrell.
Still a little bit of time, as it's now 2 outs here in the first half of inning the bottom half of inning number 5. It's getting late for these Pirates, isn't it?
It is.
Swinging a high fly ball. And it will be called out for the to end the inning for the Pirates. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Getting late for those Pirates. 4-3 Crane, our score.
For the Bulldog, number 1, Gavin Robotham.
Gavin Robotham, the man to lead off for these Gainesville Bulldogs. He'll face Isaiah Smith. Isaiah Smith has looked pretty sharp when he came in to enter for Chase Conrad, hasn't he?
Yeah, he looks great. He throws strikes, and being a lefty, he can be deceptive.
1 ball and no strikes on Mr. Gavin Robotham. Another ball on the inside corner. Flirted with the inside corner that home plate umpire has.
Yeah,
two balls and no strikes.
The ball on the left side of the plate is easier to call than the right-hand side of the plate because of where it
Swing, and that's going to be a fly ball. Who's got it? Dropped, and foul ball, says the home plate umpire. So that will save. That's going to save a base hit.
Yeah.
Definitely save an infield single. But with Harmon said he's done all he could. So now what he said was, do you think he was trying to do more than what he could?
No, he was saying that he did his best. That he couldn't find it. He wanted he was telling the fielders to try to point for him, try to help him find it, or to run him off. Maybe even Isaiah Smith to take that ball instead of him, because since
swinging a
Robinson
high
couldn't
fly ball
find it.
Foul. As we look up towards the sky, the sun's going to be taking a little bit of a toll. Going to be making a little bit of a job for these Pirates.
Yeah, it would be. It's a difficult time of day.
Especially it's kind of middle to late in the afternoon. As he'll manage to sit down Robotham. That will bring up
Now
now the
coming
new
to the
batter
plate, number
for
3,
the
Cody Donnelly.
Gainesville Bulldogs. That's Cody Donnelly, the man at the bottom of the order. What's he done so far today?
Bottom of the order, he's out 2 times, so he's 0 for 2. But I tell you, Coach Jones mentioned him as one of their best hitters whenever he talked about him in the preview. So
swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Cody Donnelly. And you can tell these two teams, Crane trying to rebound after that loss to Reed Spring, and Gainesville trying to rebound after that loss to Kabul.
Right. They both want to win. They both want to get in the win column.
Swinging a high fly ball. Who's got it? Right fielder's got it. That is Coy Essery, and we are 2 away.
Number 24, is that right?
Now stepping in, number 25,
Yep.
Tanner Jennings.
It's going to bring up Tanner Jennings, the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. Jennings, the man to hopefully extend the inning to Uchman. 2 away here in the top half of the 6th inning. 1-0 our score between Gainesville and Crane. Strike, says the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning between Crane and Gainesville. There's a 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball, and 2 balls, 1 strike.
Update from Palm Beach as the Cardinals come back and win 8-5 in that game against the Nationals.
Definitely a good day for those Cardinals as they win against the Nationals 8-5. And when we look at the Royals game is already underway.
Just getting ready to start.
Dropped the ball. The Pirates outfielders did, but
Darren Terrell there at second base with the uncharacteristic.
Now batting, number 10, Will Uxman.
to bring up Will Uchman. And Will Uchman has had a busy day today at the plate, hasn't he?
He has. He scored 3 runs, has 3 base hits. Strong hitter here for the Gainesville Bulldogs.
Gainesville, definitely a strong hitter. Runner going, and safe. So that will save, but that does save it out for the Gainesville Bulldogs.
Close play down there at second.
Definitely a close play if you're Gainesville, and Crane as well. 2 away. Outside now, 1 ball, no strikes on
2-0.
2-0 now on Uchman. Uchman has been a tough out today. Here's the pitch, just
Pirates
outside.
haven't been able to get him yet.
2 balls and no strikes. Now 3 balls and no strikes. But now every run now is going to be unearned as it's 2 away. Here's a pitch. He'll take the walk.
That may be the best thing they could do with
Now
Mr.
to the plate.
He's had 3 base hits already.
Jackson Britt.
Is to
Now
just
you have Jackson Britt.
got Jackson Britt, the new pitcher for these Gainesville Bulldogs, who switched over from catcher to pitcher.
Catcher to pitcher.
Kind of unusual. And now we're going to see Coach Clay Stumpf come out to talk things over to Isaiah Smith. And what's he going to be saying? Is he just going to give the game plan, or
He's again going to try to settle everything down to say, hey, we need to limit this here. We need to get this last out. Probably telling Isaiah Smith to focus on calling strikes or throwing strikes, and then hope that his defense shores up behind him, because again, we have another error that's cost the Pirates the end of the inning. They could be batting at this point, but Darren Terrell dropped the pop-up to second base.
you don't want to be dropping those pop-ups there at second base, as Clay Stumpf will now retreat back to the third base dugout. The Pirates have changed their jerseys, haven't they, in this game?
They changed from their blues to their blacks to their grays here.
And the Bulldogs in their black jerseys and gray pants. Black and red syrup socks with some white on them. Bulldogs across the chest. Pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. Now no balls and 1 strike. That's one thing to start off in a bat is with a strike.
You want to get first pitch strike, and that's something that the Pirates have actually done well today. It's been after that they've struggled. They'd get 0-2 and then come back.
The wheels
and walk.
fall off.
Yeah, the wheels would fall off.
1 ball, 1 strike now on Jackson Britt. He's the batter for these Bulldogs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 more pitch, and we can send this game to the bottom of the 6th inning. That's where that all means business.
Isaiah Smith's done a good job of getting his curveball over for a strike here. I think
Swinging a foul tip. That'll keep the at bat alive for Jackson Britt. We will see these Gainesville Bulldogs take on the Reed Spring Wolves. That will wrap up for today. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. The 1-2 pitch, and foul ball, says the home plate umpire.
he was just inches away from getting that fair, and that would have been easy step on for the 3rd out. Let it roll just a little too far.
A little too far. That the ball rolled. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter of
Jackson Britt.
as he went to take the reins from Jake Leaker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's that 1-2. Swing and a slapper to Conrad, and then we'll get the force out, and that will end the top half of inning number 6. We're going now to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 4-3 Gainesville over Crane.
He walked.
Welcome back to Reed Spring High School. It's Adam Smith and John Z. Martin joining you today for the second game of today's Jamboree Saturday, if we like to call it, between Crane, Gainesville, and Reed Spring. First pitch to Isaac Robinson is
At the plate
going
for the
to
Pirates, number 25,
be a ball
Isaac
at 1
Robinson.
and 0.
Robinson 0 for 1 today, but he's been on base 2 times with a walk and reached on an error.
Pirates getting beat right now, but they have been pesky all day today, haven't they?
They have been. They've put some runners on, and they've scored them when they could, but they've also left a few runners on. They'd like to get those guys in this time. Isaac's going to try to lead off here and get his stuff on base to get the Pirates moving.
Strike 1 to Isaac Robinson, and he's at the bottom of the lineup.
Towards the bottom of the lineup.
Towards the bottom of the lineup, so
Yeah, 6, 7, 8.
6 man in the lineup. So, what do you expect from your 6 man in the lineup?
I think you got to be someone that can drive in some runs. Like I said at the first game, he only had 11 hits in the fall, but of those 11 hits, he was able to drive in 13 runs. So he did something right there by making the most out of his hits.
3 balls, 1 strike. Here is a pitch that's going to be swung on and lofted into the air. Britt's going to have it, and there's out number 1. Quickly and quietly, it's going to bring up now Coy Esri. This Pirates lineup
Now batting, number 24,
still needs to wake
Coy
up today,
Esri.
haven't
They do. I'll tell you, they are missing a bop there in the middle of the lineup, I believe, with Bryson Brandstetter.
And if it's the 6th inning, this is the 6th inning where you need to get down to business.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's a pitch upstairs now. 1-0 on Coy Esri. It's no fun being on that loser's bus, isn't it?
It is not. Not at all.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Here's that 1-0 pitch. Strike 1, says the home plate umpire to Coy Esri. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Downstairs as he'll watch that one sail down in the zone at 2 balls and 1 strike. Britt's has now started to maintain a little bit of control in the strike zone, hasn't he?
He has. He's doing a little bit better here.
2-1 pitch. Ball shoots away. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here on these Pirates in the bottom half of inning number 6.
You got to think Coy Estry's looking for the ball on a silver platter right here. He doesn't want anything that's anywhere unless it's just perfect. And he
3-1, and that's going to draw Coy Estry a walk, and that's going to give him a base. And it's going to bring up now Zane Compton, the short second baseman
Now
today
coming to
for
plate,
these
number
Pirates.
21, Zane Compton.
He moved to center, I believe,
Moved
in the
to center
fifth
field
inning,
now after
but
the
started at second base.
after the pitching change, and we're going to see Coach Nate Jones come out to the mound. And if we see a pitching change, is this a golden opportunity for Crane to come in and just rattle the cage?
I would say so. You always want to try to get to a pitcher quickly.
As we now see a trainer come out to the field, they could be going out to check on Brent. As if something feels funny, or
Might have a blister on his finger or anything like that. You call a trainer out to see the pitcher.
And you do agree to have a trainer in every game, do you?
I think it's a good idea. I know some of the smaller schools can't do that. I know we have a guy that's, I think he's 4 or 5 college credits short of being a physical trainer. And he comes to a lot of the games and he'll help out in that manner. So looks like they are going to change pitchers here.
We shall see who the new pitcher is going to be, as they will take Jackson Britt out of the game. So we shall see who that new pitcher will be.
I believe that is going to be number 25, Tanner Jennings.
Tanner Jennings. And we don't know what he has, so we haven't sort of see what he's going to do against these Pirates. The Pirates are starting to knock on the door.
Got a couple runners on here.
For the Bulldogs. Now on the mound,
Ray running on here
Tanner
anyway.
Jennings.
They definitely want to get him in a scoring position here so they can look to drive in that game-tying run.
Definitely is. And that game-tying run is Coy Estry. And possibly get the go-ahead run for someone big like Seth Steele to come in and be the man to bring in those 2 runs. Those 2 runs are calling up those Pirates. They got to answer the phone.
That's right. And Seth Steele doesn't have a hit here today, but he's drawn 4 base on balls, 4 walks, in 5 at bats. So he has really been selective and done a good job, and he's made contact. So we'll see what he can do if he gets up here to the plate. Right now, Zane Compton's going to be stepping up, see if he can move the runner over, or even drive him in if he can get to second by himself.
As the batter for the new pitcher, Tanner Jennings, is doing his warm-up tosses, as he will face Seth Steele, Zane Compton, and maybe Isaiah Smith.
Right.
We only have 1 out, so he could be facing Isaiah Smith as well.
Yeah. I think the Pirates feel pretty good if he faces Isaiah Smith, because then they have a chance to probably be driving in the go-ahead run at that point.
And here comes Zane Compton, the batter for the Crane Pirates. As he steps into the batter's box, he will be the man to greet the new pitcher of Tanner Jennings. And the first pitch is on. It will be on its way in just a few moments. Check on the runner. It's back in safely. As Zane Compton is still yet to see the first pitch from Jennings, as the first pitch to him is going to be a strike at 0-1. Definitely a good job to start at a first pitch strike.
Yeah, that's what Jennings was wanting to do. I'm not sure there of that call, but
Nothing in 1. Here it is. There he goes, and Ball thrown, but he is safe.
Safe
So,
back in.
back in safely. So in that situation, would you have gone all the way to third?
Well, he might have had a better chance. He was lucky to get back into second there. That was a really close play.
Definitely, I would definitely wanted to get back in safely, but don't want to be throwing the brakes on once you pass second.
That's right.
On a wild throw.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Tried the old spin play there and almost
Spin
got
play
him.
almost got Coy Essery. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 4-3 our score. Gainesville with the lead. Here's that one pitch swinging lofted. That's going to go foul. Jumps off the scoreboard roof.
Roof of the new concession stand
Roof
here
of
at
the new
Reed
concession
Spring.
stand here at Reed Spring. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Late in the ball game here for these Pirates.
Coach
1 ball,
Harmon's
2 strikes.
hoping that Zane Compton can put the ball in play right here. Put the ball in play, they smooth the runner over to third, put him 90 feet away from scoring.
1 ball, 2 strikes, swing and a miss, and Compton goes down swinging as he was guessing on that pitch.
Yeah, big swing on that.
Now coming to the plate, number 33, Seth Steele.
It's going to bring up Seth Steele.
Jennings was able to fool him with an off-speed pitch there.
So it'll be Seth's job to get on base and represent the go-ahead run for these Pirates. Swinging a high pop-up.
That's going to get
Going to
out
go
of
into
play.
foul territory. You definitely don't want to flirt with a walk-off here, but it's definitely one thing to be fun. A walk-off is always fun, but you don't want to
That's
flirt
fun.
with it
No,
too
you
much.
don't want to have to try to do that. You'd like to establish a lead, and then all you have to do is hold it.
Definitely have to hold it, and these Gainesville Bulldogs have been pesky today as well. Here's a pitch. Swinging a roller. That's going to be go to the second baseman. On to first, and that will end the 2nd inning. No damage done whatsoever. We're going now to the top of the 7th inning, getting late for both teams. It is 4-3 Gainesville over Crane. Welcome back to the Wolf
Leading
Ballpark
off
here
the top
at
of the
Reed
7th,
Spring High School here in Reed
number
Spring,
22,
Missouri.
Jake Leaker.
Jake Leaker, the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs, as he's going to be batting from the left side. Lefty of Isaiah Smith upstairs on Leaker. 1 ball, no strikes.
Got a score for you from Arizona.
What is that?
Royals take a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first.
Royals take that 2-0 lead, bottom of the first, and they are taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Is that correct?
Brewers.
1 ball, 1 strike on Laker. Here's a pitch from Isaiah Smith. Floated into the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes, almost that end zone.
You got Oklahoma Sooner football on your mind, don't you?
Yes, I do. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Isaiah Smith. Here's that 1-2. Swinging. That's going to be ripped hard to the second baseman, Compton, and easy as 1, 2, 3.
Gobbled up by Terrell there, Darren Terrell.
Pardon me, Darren
Now
Terrell.
batting,
Moved to second base.
number 35, Bryce
As
Hamilton.
Compton's at second. Bryce Hamilton, a big guy coming up to the plate. And this guy's done damage today for Gainesville, hasn't he?
He has. He's got himself an RBI, looks like. Not a base hit yet, but he does have an RBI.
Swinging a grounder foul over towards Nate Jones, Coach Nate Jones of the Gainesville Bulldogs. 0-1 the count on Bryce Hamilton. Big guy, big man Bryce Hamilton. 0-1. Here's the pitch.
It looked pretty good.
Now 1 ball, 1 strike. As the count was even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here it is. Another ball at 2-1. Now, do you think the Pirates need to just walk this guy on base and then get to another batter that's not been so hot today?
I think they need to go right at this guy here. 'Cause you want to try to, if they can go 1, 2, 3, that would be a lot of momentum coming into that dugout here in the bottom of the 7th to try to score 2 runs to win this ball game.
Lots of momentum it is for these Pirates, and they are very desperate to win this game. It's patience at the key. Patience would be today. Balls out for the Pirates, and the Bulldogs have been able to keep a lead throughout the entire
Throughout the
ball
whole
game today.
Yeah.
3-2 the count on Hamilton. Here's that 3-2 pitch. Inside, and that will put him on base. And that will now set up.
Now coming to the plate,
Pointer,
number
Ben
15,
Pointer. Ben Pointer.
Pointer.
Ben Pointer he's been busy as well so far today, has he?
He's reached on an error and has a fly out and a strikeout. So he's been on base once.
No balls, no strikes, 1 out. Here's a pitch. One ball, no strikes.
Pirates would like a nifty little double play right here to.
Pirates are definitely counting on a big double play to bail them out. Here's a pitch. Swinging a foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for these Crane Pirates against the Gainesville Bulldogs.
I think that ball was trying to find the ice cream truck over there. It went over into that neighborhood where the ice cream truck was a while ago.
1-1 the count on Ben Pointer. Here's that 1-1. Ball shoots to the dirt. Went a little bit towards us a little bit. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out.
It's going to get Hamilton down to second on the wild pitch there.
It'll move Hamilton to second base. The Pirates do need to clean up on their defense in between games, as their next game won't be until Monday, or pardon me, on Thursday, when they'll be home against Norwood. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The 3-1 pitch. Strike 1 or strike 2, says the home plate umpire to Ben Pointer. Pointer's been on base once today. He's going to look to repeat that. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's that 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Pointer for out number 2.
Good pitch there by Isaiah Smith. Got him.
Now
fishing.
batting, number 7, Landry Jenkins.
Landry Jenkins now the new batter, and he'll be looking to put the ball in play, maybe get on base.
He will. He's trying to extend the inning here. He's wearing the collar. He's 0 for 3.
0 for 3, here it is, swing and a miss. First pitch, strike 1 on Landry Jenkins. Landry Jenkins, the batter for these Gainesville Bulldogs. Next pitch, just outside now. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away here in the top half of inning number 7. The 1-1 pitch. Downstairs now, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top half of inning number 7 between the Pirates and the Bulldogs.
You think it's possible here if Landry can draw a walk? Would you be surprised to see Coach Harmon go to like a Heath Quick to try to get this last out?
It's possible, as they will now put Jenkins now on base. If it was a ball,
Now batting,
I don't
number
know what you
1,
would call that,
Gavin
if they
Robotham.
intentionally put that on base.
It's intentional
Intentional base on balls. Intentional base on balls. Where in high school you don't throw to the batter for the intentional walk.
Not in the major leagues anymore either.
Really?
Yeah.
You just give it to them?
Yep.
I'm not surprised. I thought they usually just throw it outside.
No, this past year I believe was the first year they decided to go to the put them on by just telling them.
Put them on there just telling them. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Nothing and 1. Now nothing. 1 and 1. On the new batter, that is
It's gonna be Gavin Robotham.
Gavin Robotham. Here's that next pitch. Swing and a miss. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mr. Gavin Robotham.
Well, Isaiah Smith does have a nifty curveball, doesn't he?
Very nifty is that curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gavin Robotham. Here's that next pitch upstairs now. 2-2. Isaiah Smith looking to get out of this inning with no damage done.
Right. Got to get him here. Don't go full.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Gavin Robotham. Just a picture for perfect day here in Stone County, isn't it?
Beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better day to watch some baseball here in Stone County.
2-2, as that one's going to be lofted foul. Two balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Here in the top half of inning number 7 is 4-3 Gainesville over Crane. 4-3. Now 3-2. Isaiah Smith looking to shut down these Gainesville Bulldogs.
He runs it full there. He's looking to try to end this inning, stop the bleeding, you might say.
A 3-2 pitch, swinging a high pop-up to the infield, and Isaiah Smith will catch it, and then we're going now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Not stretch time, but it's the last hope for the Pirates. It's walk-off time for those Pirates. They trail by a score of 4-3. are back, and it's walk-off time for these Crane Pirates. The top of the lineup coming up for the Pirates is going to be Smith, Conrad, and Quick. So
Leading off
definitely
the bottom of the
take
seventh for the Pirates.
Conrad.
Number
Definitely want to
3,
get Isaiah Smith and Chase Conrad
Smith.
on base, and also Chase Conrad.
I tell you, I'm going to call it right here. If Chase Conrad gets on base, Crane Pirates are going to win this baseball game.
Strike one to the batter of Isaiah Smith on the inside corner. If I was mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong.
Nope, we're 0-1 here.
Nothing in one. Hits Isaiah Smith, and what do we got?
No, he moved out of the way of it.
It sounded like a hit on Isaiah Smith. And Isaiah Smith will come back in after being hit by the pitch. The next pitch, outside now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, pardon me. 2 balls and 1 strike on Isaiah Smith. Here's the next pitch. 3 balls and 1 strike. Four to 3 our score between Crane and Gainesville. Here's the next pitch. Strike 2 now, as the count's going to run full on Isaiah Smith. This is anybody's pitch.
Got a full count right here, pressure situation.
Payoff pitch is coming. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing, and that's going to be roped into center field, pardon me, for a base hit. And Isaiah Smith is going to be on base for the 2nd time today. It's going to bring up Chase Conrad, who
Next to the plate is number 22.
has been asleep today for
Chase
the
Conrad.
Pirates.
Actually, 4 times on base today.
4 times, pardon me.
In this game for Mr. Smith. He's had quite a day. 3
Yes, he
for
has.
3 with a walk, a home run, 2 runs scored.
So he's done his part today. Check on Isaiah Smith. He gets back in safely. This Pirates team has been crucial today, hasn't they?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the key is just they haven't quite delivered in the crucial moment yet, but I'm looking for them to right here.
Definitely that big delivery is going to be the staple in today's ball game for the Pirates if they want to get a win today. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball shoots away, and there goes Isaiah Smith, and he will be in scoring position. Out, and that is something that the Gainesville Bulldogs want, is to get that tying run off.
They were happy to see that. Short fence over there down the first base line. Probably an ill-advised attempt at second base there for Isaiah Smith. He'll be out on a 1-3-6.
Out on that 1-3-6 play. 1 ball, no strikes on Chase Conrad, 1 out. So still some time left for these Pirates to rally.
Yeah, gotta get Conrad around here for sure, no doubt about it.
Upstairs and inside on Chase Conrad, now 2 balls and no strikes. Only 1 out has been recorded. That was the attempt that was overthrown, and then
Smith trying to get to second.
Smith's trying to get to second base. I mean, what do you do in that situation? Do you just go to second, or do you have to stay at first?
I think you play, especially when that's your tying run, you gotta play it a little safe.
Swing and a miss on Conrad, and he will go down swinging.
Now coming to the plate.
Now we'll bring up
number
Pete
16, Quick.
That's not a strikeout.
And the Pirates are down to their final out of the game.
I guess we all had something different than what the umpire behind the plate had, because the scoreboard had 2-1. I had 2-1. Not really sure what
Swinging
happened
a
there.
roper, that's going to be bobbled up. This should do it. On to first, and that's going to be the ball game as the Gainesville Bulldogs defeat the Crane Pirates by a score of 4-3.
Gainesville victor,
Tough start today
4-3.
for these Pirates today.
It has
So we're
been-
going to have to They're going to rebound back after.
We'd all like to thank Trent for coming out
They'll
tonight.
take on
Thursday.
This
they'll
afternoon.
take on Norwood
at home.
Wish them
and
best of
hopefully
luck the
get in
rest
that
of the
win
season.
column, get their first win of the season, and try to rebound.
Just a reminder, folks, you can see Gainesville and Reed Spring Wolves
Coming up,
facing
that'll
off
be Reed
here
Spring
after a
and
short
Gainesville
intermission.
coming up
But the umpires get a break.
in this game
We'll get
between
prepped. Stick
Gainesville
around.
and Reed
Don't forget, you
Spring.
can get that McAllister
Coming up,
sweet
we will
tea
have
over
the
at Project
post-game
Graduation
interviews
Table.
with head coach Nate
You
Jones.
get over there
and
quick before the
star of
line
game
gets
and
too
who's your
long.
star of the game today?
You know, I'd probably have to give it to Will Uchman. He was 3 for 4, 3 for 4 with or 3 for 3 with a walk, on base 4 times, and scored 3 very crucial runs for the Gainesville Bulldogs today.
Where was that?
And with this Pirates team, they have to, or they're going to have to rebound back. It's gonna sting them today, losing to both Reed Spring and Gainesville. Was it just not their day today?
Yeah, I would say they struggled a lot. You know, they definitely struggled on the infield with several errors, and then had some trouble with walks earlier in the game. So, you know, those are two things that'll kill you in the game of baseball: errors and walks.
Errors and walks do kill you. But the Pirates so far, offensively, they've had a good day today.
Not bad, pretty good. They did okay. I know in the first game they had several strikeouts. You'd like for that to improve. I'm sure Coach Harmon's going to talk about that in the post game and want them to do a little bit better job of executing whenever they are at the plate.
As we will now take a timeout, we will get the head coach of the Gainesville Bulldogs, and we might get the assistant coach. Should we get the assistant coach?
You should try that. I don't know if they'll be able to get both of them in between the games. I think Coach Funk is here to talk to you possibly.
Okay, so we will take a timeout, and we will have the head coach of the Gainesville Bulldogs, Nate Jones, coming up momentarily. So stick around, everybody.